Hey Dan, welcome to Raging Recaps. Thanks for joining us.
We're streaming?
We're streaming. We're live. We're on.
We're live!
Right into it.
Super keen.
How you going,
Super
mate?
keen. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be able to make a recap finally. Been on for a bit.
Man, they're awesome fun, right? Just to kick back and chat about all the chaos from last week, which was plenty of it.
Yes, session 9, slime and selfishness.
Slime and selfishness. Before we get into that, quick shout out to our winner of our giveaway, Titanus, for winning the Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. We did give away a copy of that via D&D Beyond. Once we hit our 250 follower mark, as you can see, I've got to update the giveaway bar in this one. But it was great to hit that milestone, and what a session to give that away on.
It was so good. Yeah. Sorry, did you say Titanus?
No, Titanus.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I'm sure that's what it's supposed to be.
What's streaming on right now?
Titanus. Or Titanus? I don't know, but yes.
Yeah, but what a session to have our giveaway on, like, straight into combat, straight off the bat.
Straight into it. What? That was a massive combat. So we kicked straight into it with majority of the party trying to take down Homunculus. Which, the way I pictured in my head was like half a giant mutant frog with human legs. Kind of.
Yeah. That's what it looked like on the map.
Yeah.
Very slimy. A lot of so much slime. And then it was we did pretty good. The party did pretty good, especially when you guys were up, but the other people didn't do too much.
Other people didn't do too much, but let's talk about how this creature was able to dip down into all these different, was it acid or slime pools or slime acid or something? Pop up in other ones wherever it wanted to. And it, despite best efforts, as soon as anyone got a bit too close, i.e. Rhea and I think Asteria too, they were dragged down into one of these acid pits, right? Pretty hectic.
It was, I was a little concerned. Not so much for Rhea, because Rhea is beefy as hell. But Asteria, I was like, oh shit, she's gonna die.
Yeah, I know, right? It was full on. It was a bit of a moment. Like, I thought, there's going to be con saves, and they're not going to be able to breathe, and all sorts of stuff was going to go wrong. It could have been really bad. Hey there, Kat. Hey, Izzy. Thanks for joining us. Echo from Dan is real. Crap.
Oh, no, don't say that. Don't say that.
Why is there echo from Dan?
It should be. I'm using my headphones.
Oh,
there's no sound.
Nope, I found it. Echo neutralized.
Echo neutralized.
Thanks for the feedback, as it were, there, Kat.
Not unlike how Asteria was almost neutralized when she was left for dead underground.
Left for dead. Oh, I couldn't believe it when we were trying to get her up after defeating the homunculus, and was it Harm, not Rhea, tried to use the spiritual weapon to send it down and give her a bit of a guiding hand or something to bring her up. So hang on, he's throwing an axe at her to try and help her out.
Yes,
Absolute madness.
That is one method. Let me help you by putting you out of your misery.
I think he did throw a spiritual weapon down there and hit Rhea at one point too, right?
Yeah, he did hit Rhea. Yeah, he swung and he rolled like a nat one, and
yeah,
it hit poor Rhea. But I think that's they're used to that as being death clerics.
Just used to death.
Used to death.
I love it. So the homunculus, and we just take us back to the story, if you can recall, of how we ended up in that situation in the first place.
We were hired by Lair Bleth, the orcish woman, and her traveling companion, another an orc dude who I didn't actually write the name down. But yeah, to go and hunt a terrible monster, possibly die, so that for money and glory and all that, all the good stuff that you want as adventuring. I think we were promised quite a lot of money, so we were like, yes, let's do this.
Absolutely tempting to do it because we just came out of what they call it, a crystal smith's shop, where everything was an absurd amount of money we just didn't have. So how fitting that we found a side quest worth a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the DM planned it. I was happy. I was excited. I was also very excited that it didn't pop up next to me, being a very small rogue who's very squishy. I was like, if that thing came near me, it would catch me, and then I would just be done for. After my last encounter with the last terrible baddie that we fought.
Yes, which was not that long ago, right?
No.
And yes, Hector was feeling absolutely the same way, hence trying to hang back a little bit, and then all of a sudden the homunculus pops up right next to Hector. It's like, oh shit, that didn't work out too well.
No.
Hindsight should have steered clear of those acid pits altogether.
Yeah. Like, what were you guys doing? What were you and Flint doing in town? Because you caught up with us a little bit later into the combat.
That's a great question. What was I doing into? Hector was just trying to source some particular materials for something he's working on, and spending a bit of time trying to work on some designs for I don't want to give it away too early, but the Blender of Doom. Trying to find recoiling rope, as it were.
Yep.
Some kind of rotating blade mechanism, and then what that design looked like. Yeah, so Hector spent a bit of time, sent the party on their way, trying to get this design out of his head onto paper and trying to source some materials for it. Wasn't incredibly successful, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
I have no idea what Flint was doing. I think he was in the library, wasn't he? He was researching stuff. Trying to do some more homework on the background of, I think, Ring Site 5, where his family was the Guardian family. Cat's asking what the Blender of Doom is. Oh my god. So here's the design, chat. Picture from Mortal Kombat, Scorpion's like, get over here rope thing. But instead of just being a dagger, picture the inside of a blender. The 4 blades which spin around. So it's not a retrieval mechanism, it's I'm going to put a hole in it type mechanism. That's the theory.
It sounds awful and awesome at the same time.
Yeah, he hasn't got a mean bone in his body like Hector, but he's certainly been around a few blenders in his life.
Well, it's how you make potions.
That is how you make potions. You got to blend.
Yeah. By the time you guys got there, like we had that in hand somewhat, except for that little bit where he laughed and fell back into the pond and we couldn't get to him.
Yes, was that you that made him laugh? Was that Henry?
That was me. I was like, this is going to be awesome. Oh shit.
That was pretty clever though. I thought it was pretty funny because it gave everyone an opportunity to get set up.
Yeah. Just buy a little bit of time for the party. Annoy one of the death clerics.
Yeah, Tasha's hideous laughter. What a weird. Well, that's what it was, right? Tasha's laughter.
Yeah.
What a strange but amusing and amazingly impactful little spell. What level is that?
That's a level 1 spell. That's all I've got is level 1 in cantrips.
You're just full of jokes.
Yeah. Well, you've seen the stream, so.
Yeah, I get there occasionally.
Yeah. That was a fun one. Pretty much one of the only spells that so far that seems to have done a little bit, and like the friend spell. My cantrips have worked much better than anything else that I've tried. So usually it's just like shoot him with the crossbow, bolt.
Yeah, why not? It works. I mean, that's the thing. Hector is going to be a little bit of a one-trick pony also, I think, with a bit of fireball. That's his go-to cantrip. It's just going to be the thing. But there was something that happened the other day. Oh, that's right. was trying to figure out how I can still attack while holding a concentration spell. And in my head, I was thinking, I'm going to have to just shoot my crossbow or my slingshot or something like that. But you're all telling me that, I'm obviously still trying to figure this out, you can cast another spell while holding a concentration as long as the other one is also not concentration.
Correct.
See, thematically, how does that work? If you're trying to concentrate on one thing, I can't multitask. Like, how do you concentrate on one thing and say something else and mean that?
But Hector can. So
Hector can. Good old Hector. He's pretty clever, that kid.
He is. He has some fun inventions and comes up with some nifty potions for us.
He's got a few more tricks up his sleeve. And I think he just needs a bit of time to make that come to fruition.
Yeah, that's one thing we haven't had a lot of is downtime, except for like that when we were traveling to Ovolo. We had a couple of days to get to know one another and chat and stuff. But other than that, it's just mostly been... Since we reached the city, it's been like go, 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 go.
It really has. It's been full on. But we almost ended up with the whole party having complete downtime. Or we may still yet. It felt like we ended the session on the cusp of a TPK.
Yeah.
Let's go back. How did we get to that point is the question. Because... from Hector's perspective, and mine as a player, we completed the mission, and not only were we about to get paid from, what's her name?
Lair Bleth.
What a name.
Yep.
Get paid from Lair Bleth. He was also giving us a dive into the goodie bag, a lucky dip bag, for an extra magical item, which we did 3 times.
We got 3. One that she noticed, the other 2 times she didn't notice.
So we got some stuff out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know Hector had a dive in there because at that point in time, I was under the impression we were each going to have a dive in and see what we got. But he was stored it away, and that's when it became pretty apparent it was a 1 trinket for everyone type reward. Although, Rafe managed to pull out a bunch of stuff.
It was only meant to be 1 item.
1 item, yes.
But Rafe was able to grab 2 on the first go, and then he used his tail to get a 3rd thing.
So sneaky.
Yeah.
I think our downfall, it all kind of turned to started to turn to shit when Asteria kind of let slip that we'd stolen more than we were supposed to. No, the value of that sword that we got, right?
So that was part of it. The other, so things started to go a little bit downhill when she was like, oh, well, we're not going to pay you any extra for
That's
the
right.
2 additional people who just arrived. And we're like, well, we still did more than you did by a long shot, and with the additional help. It kind of escalated. Yeah, so then Asteria said that the sword was really valuable because she had a look at it.
She recognized that it was either, I can't remember exactly, was it from another plane or from one of the founding, one of the
founders. Yeah.
So it's going to be super impactful later, that's all, for sure.
Yeah, if we get to keep it.
So we weren't going to get paid. I think we did get paid something, but we wanted more stuff out of that bag.
I think everyone, and then Rhea used his telekinetic thing to push her and grab something out of the bag, which then led,
So, I mean,
this
is the person who's trying to pay us for doing a job, and we're just trying to, seeing a few goodies come out of the bag, we just wanted more. But they weren't having none of it. They managed to get up, and they were quite, I think, poised in saying, no, bugger off, we're done here, and started to walk away. But for one particular person in the group, it wasn't enough. What was going through Finnery's head through that moment?
Finnery was a bit salty at them for insulting the party and just their whole demeanor. And then because things started to turn so bad, he's like, oh, see if I can repair this. If not, I'll try and teach her a lesson about the bag.
Lesson about the bag.
I wasn't intending to steal the bag. I was hoping to loosen the string on it just enough so that at some point in her way back to Avolo, it'd fall, she wouldn't notice it, and she'd lose it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it fell and it hit the ground straight away, I was like, shit, grab it and run. And I was like, that was stupid. Why did I do that? as soon as I said that I did it, I'm like, I can't go back now. I've already done it. Finry very much doesn't like people, to look down on himself, and he's like, oh, well, what's going to be the consequences? What are they going to do? Just take the bag back? Fuck.
And then
so that's going to be a little lesson if Finry survives that he'll definitely be learning.
So these two orcs weren't very happy with you even trying to be near them and trying to touch the bag, right? And even though Finry did manage to take it and run off, they were having none of it, and straight away it was on. It was on for young and old. The what I interpret as like the bodyguard type orc, he stepped up and went straight after Carlos, right? And it became,
after Malchus,
Malchus, yeah. It became apparent very quickly that these guys were not going to mess around, and we could be in all sorts of pain very, very early on. Yeah. As I think around Malchus they cast Malchus got clubbed by the other orc, which we understand to be a barbarian, and then the primary orc, Lair, she hid herself in amongst darkness, so we couldn't see her at all.
Yeah.
And then seemed to just flit around the map, right? First she was here, then she was there, then she was up in your grill, attacking you straight away, then somehow Hector copped a few hits somehow.
She multiplied.
And then she multiplied. There was 7 or 8 of them floating around, one for each of us. Not a good moment. And tell me, as far as you understand, when there's multiples of one character, one thing, they all act independently, right? They all do their own stuff. Do they all have we don't know, do they all have their own health? Or have they got a shared health? Like, what are we working with?
We know they can all attack, because
yes,
we know they all can attack at least once. So I think we're in a bit of a sticky situation.
Wait, you think we're in a sticky situation?
I think we might be able to. We've had a week. I think the DM was really pissed at us for fucking with these NPCs. But he's had a week to cool down. So let's see if he maintains that fiery vengeance. I think we should all just be extra nice to him, compliment him on his facial hair, and maybe we'll survive.
I can picture that moment after everyone kept trying to attack get the bag, or I think maybe Ray is like, okay, I attack, and you could just see the DM's face as I think he paused for a moment and just tried to think, what do I do here? And it's like, fuck it, they keep trying to murder my NPCs, they're going down. We needed that. We needed a lesson taught.
Otherwise, because considering we just literally came straight off the back of the battle, we're probably not in the best position right now to be. I think even if we were fully charged, we probably would not be having a good time. I don't know what's going through Hector's mind as this is all
super confused. He has no idea really who this person is, what's going on. He's just trying to follow the lead right now. I think at the moment on the map he's trying to run away a little bit from the bodyguard type orc. Obviously doesn't want to leave the rest of the group in a lurch, but yeah, he's like, what the shit is going on here right now? Every time he turns, every time he's gone for a moment, everyone else ends up in the shit, right? Fighting some big creature, getting their ass handed to them. So yeah, he's going to be a little disappointed when it all calms down, if he's still alive. But yeah, that's just Hector.
If
his bow tie will be a bit crooked and he'll be a bit upset.
I was thinking about like after the session, even the next day, I was thinking about it. I'm like, fuck, I fucked up. Like, and I feel bad for our character, for like the characters. I'm like, I fucked up. Like, this is on me. Like, and I'm like, cool. How am I going to process this like a mature adult through the lens of D&D? So, I hope everyone likes feathers.
Forgiveness feathers.
Forgiveness feathers.
Oh, sorry feathers, even wrong way. Yeah, no, it's all good fun. Like this, if we didn't end up in the situation we were now, what would have been the alternative? We would have potentially maybe had a source of other income. If this is some kind of monster bounty hunter, I think they said they were.
No, because the whole thing. So the reason I wanted to run after them was I was going to try and convince them to, hey, words were said between both the parties. Let's, let bygones be bygones. Work together in the future, sort of thing.
But
that didn't work.
Yeah, we wanted to work together in the future. So I think we'll backtrack a little bit. If we didn't try and be a little bit too greedy, that was an option, right? We could have had a source of contracts and stuff there.
Yeah.
Now I think through Finry's actions, it's opened up a whole nother potential arc. Because these guys now will fucking hate us.
Yeah.
And how many other contacts do they have? And what else is that going to spawn in the world? How is that going to present other challenges for our group in whatever city we end up in?
Exactly. Well, at least in Ebola, like I think we might very quickly be wearing out our welcome. So, which not great. Because I have a meeting in a week with Dakota Jones, so I'm like, I gotta be a bit smarter about this. I think it probably won't be so much the rest of the country just yet. It'll start in the town. We may not have happy lodgings when we get back if we try to go back to the same place, sort of thing. Yeah. I think.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say. I think that's going to be something that the DM will probably find out if we survive tomorrow night.
I think it'll be very critical if we survive, how Finry plays the next couple of days, I guess, back in Avolo, and what we can learn through the grapevine, through whatever thieves' cant type discussions or messages you might be able to pass around, because obviously all these contracts and things are happening under the table, so to speak. So there's redemption. There's still possible redemption, I think, in what Finry can do.
Potentially.
Along with feathers.
Feathers. Hey, I got Malchus to open up a little bit. He shut back down after his other feather got destroyed. So I still haven't given him his new feather that I bought, because I bought 2 magic-y feathers.
What's magic about them?
I don't know. The DM described them as being like slightly magical. And this is 2 feathers. So if only we had someone who could look into that.
Do you know what? I hope it's like a wand of smiles, where it's like a feather of smiles, where every now and then it just lights up and you just see Malchus walking around super happy.
Yeah. I would love that. I would love that so much. Because I have the other one, so I wonder if I can activate his one without him knowing, so he just starts smiling.
Or, are they paired? Are they twin feathers?
Ooh.
Are they like message feathers? You could just be the voice inside his head without him knowing.
I would not have used that at all.
No, you'd be like, Malchus, you really like the feather.
That Finry guy's awesome. He is your best friend. You know this deep down in your heart.
That'd be pretty funny. I wonder if Malchus would get confused who's talking to him. Either, would it be the sword? Does he think it's going to be the sword or something else? But we digress. Hypothesize on random possibilities.
I can't wait. I'm still determined. I'm still convinced that Zim's going to be the big bad for this campaign.
Zim?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Did we talk about that already? Because I don't remember hearing that, and that sounds like
No, that literally just popped into my head, and I'm like, Zim's going to be the big bad.
Zim is a source of crystals. We've already seen the Danger Cup. Yeah, that's completely possible. Let's never speak of that again.
Okay, because if we speak about it enough, it'll come into existence, and we don't want that.
Exactly right.
Yeah. But anyway, I think I'm excited. I don't want to speculate too much because then I'm going to be up all night thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just going to have to have as good a night of sleep as I can. Hopefully, before tomorrow night's session, finish the last episode of Loki, and then jump on the stream emotionally wounded from Marvel.
I'm yet to start that, man. I'm so far behind on all that stuff.
I recommend. It's crazy, and it just keeps getting crazier.
Have you watched all of what's that one with the other one, the one where they started out like a TV show?
Oh, WandaVision. Yes,
WandaVision.
I've watched that one, and Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm a big nerd.
Man, where do you find the time? I've got to catch up on all that stuff. I've watched maybe 3 episodes of WandaVision. I've watched maybe 4 episodes of Mandalorian, and like nothing of anything else. I've got so much to catch up on.
Well, I only have one child, so it's a bit easier.
Well, they're all in bed, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we can leave it there, man. It's a big day tomorrow. We have lots of
Dying to do.
Contemplation. Yeah. Collecting our thoughts, ready for begging for our souls, begging for mercy.
Pretty much, yeah. I think not as much. I hope that the DM isn't going to be super vindictive and just be like, kill us all. Well, he'll probably maim a couple of us, but
I think we're going to get out of this thing potentially. Like, if we do get out of it, we'll be damaged. They'll be hell to pay. We'll need a lot of downtime to lick our wounds and recover, and figure out next steps. But all to come. I know. Hopefully.
I'm excited. Hopefully to come. Well, I reckon Hector will be fine. Hector didn't really do anything, so.
I've still got a backup character in mind. I think we
I actually thought one the other day, so yeah. I had to think of one the other day, but yeah.
Maybe we should message them like, if we do need a backup character, what level would they be?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Actually, I might do that. I want to jump off the stream. All right.
All right, everyone. Thanks for catching up for a little bit of a brief Raging Recaps. Hope to see you all again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Take it easy. Bye.